Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good Friday. Happy Friday. We have a rainy Friday today, but we're still going to enjoy. It's still Friday. The weekend is around the corner. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Julieta. If we haven't met before, I am the owner of this business page. And every Friday, I bring to you, I do an interview to one of my business partners. So it's a way to showing my followers what we do as digital entrepreneurs. And today I have a dear friend of mine. His name is Matt, and he is from Toronto, so we're pretty close. And I'm just gonna bring him in so I don't make him wait. He is a very busy man, so I'm gonna bring him in. Hi, Matt.
How
How are
are
you?
you?
Good.
Good to
Thank
see
you
you.
so much.
Oh, you're
Thank you. Good.
welcome.
Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. So, Matt, I'm doing these interviews, like I was saying to my followers, and today I wanted to share your journey because I find that it's very interesting and you have a lot of value to bring to our followers. So, would you like to introduce yourself to us a little bit? What's your background? What are you doing? And
Sure.
anything you want to share?
Sure. So I'm based in Ontario, and I grew up in a corporate environment. Um, I left corporate, I'll say it was about 14 years ago, and since then I've been an entrepreneur. So I've always felt that I didn't want to be a number in a corporation. I wanted to be on my own, and really found that that was the best way for me to really chart my own course. And so I did lots of different businesses. I had real estate holdings, and I ran an eBay store and an Amazon store, and I did coaching. So all these different things. And really what I'd say over the last 14 years is I spent my understanding and my learning time to really understand different models I like, what I want in business, what I don't, because I'm slightly older. I'm now 55, and I want to retire. I don't want to be working the rest of my life. So I want to find something and a business that I'm able to do from anywhere in the world. As long as I've got Wi-Fi, I want to be able to do that because my wife and I, we love to travel. And so everything that I did was leading up to that. I thought, okay, if I have a real estate investment, then I can have passive income. Or if I have an eBay store, it can run 24 hours a day. So I was looking at different business models to be able to satisfy that into the future.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you already have a bit of a background on business. And since you did all these, or you have all this experience, you already mentioned why you were looking for something to do different than the corporate. What made you say yes to this business? What attracted you to our business model?
Sure. So as I said, I had some businesses before. Like I had my eBay store and I had my Amazon store. But when you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur by yourself, it's great to have these different models. You know, whether you're going to do drop shipping or you're going to do different types of business models. But to scale that, you want to have autoresponders, you want to have systems in place, and those can be very expensive. And for me to get from here to where I want to be was going to take significant investment in that environment. And so I was looking for something that was going to give me a system that would allow me to have the freedom in the future, but also allow me to scale. And I wasn't able to do that with my drop shipping business. It was a good business, don't get me wrong. It was successful, it was profitable, but it didn't allow me that I knew there was something missing to really change gears and go just that little bit further. And so that's really why I was looking at different opportunities. And then this is what came up is this opportunity to have a digital business where the systems are all in place for you.
Yes, exactly, because that is a very good point. Our system is what, 80 to 90% automated. So it really it is given to us, and we just have to learn how to use it and learn how to put it to work, right?
Sure.
And you have a lot of years of experience on entrepreneur, but how long have you been with us in this digital business?
So in the digital business per se, I mean, I've had online businesses over the last few years, but really looking at this business model
Mhm.
was in the last 2 years where I was really starting to help other people build their digital business and their online presence. So I'd really say my anniversary is going to be the beginning of April. It will be two
Oh,
years.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. And what have you gained on this business? What has this business brought for you? Because there's a lot of things, implicated. We have an amazing community, people from, like you said, we're global, so we're from all around the world. We chat with people who are in the opposite side of the world. What have you gained on this business on that sense?
So I'd have to say being global, friendships was a really big part of it. Being able to meet people, whether it's in the online space or in the physical space, because being here in Ontario, before the pandemic, we'd have meetups and things like that at coffee shops, and just really share some ideas and mastermind with people. So that was kind of beneficial for me from that perspective of what I really gained. But I'd have to say in the last year, since we've had the whole lockdown and pandemic and all of that going on, was really being able to have a business. Initially, I thought, wow, if this is going on, I don't know where my business is going to go in the next 6 months. This is going back a year when the pandemic actually started. And I realized very quickly that because I do a lot of work with social media and social media advertising, that I'm able to advertise to specific areas. So I actually was able to advertise behind the tsunami, behind the pandemic. So if Italy went into lockdown ahead of Canada, they came out of lockdown sooner. So I was able to advertise and help people in Italy very easily while Canada was in lockdown. And so I just found that I created a pandemic proof business as far as, being able to support my family and not
Exactly.
be held up by a pandemic. And I have a lot of friends that have businesses, and whether they're in the restaurant business or they're in the painting business, they've all been affected different ways. We all have been
Exactly.
affected different ways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
being in an online environment, you're able to leverage that very quickly and be more, you're able to change very quickly and be agile very quickly to make changes. And I think that's really something, if I look at the last year, I mean, yes, it's been 2 years, but in the last year, that's where I really perked up and thought, wow, I've got a lot of people that I'm working with that have lost their jobs, but I'm able to help them with something that is far greater than what they were doing before. And
Yeah.
that's really a great feeling.
That is true, because even as your business has grown, that our whole community has, I don't know, grown exponentially in the last year. Just 2020, our community has reached almost 80,000 people, I believe, if we're not there already. It is very big, and it's all people that are looking for something else because they're realizing that the online space is the way to go, because it's going to be booming in the next 5 to 10 years, and even more. So and they're seeing that we are trustworthy. They can rely on our system, and that our system works, which is very, very valuable for anyone doing business online.
Right.
Matt, how could you invite people to take a look at this? If somebody is having doubts or looking for something but do know where to start, what were the first steps that you took to become a digital entrepreneur?
Well, somewhere on and around your page, there's probably a link to your website. Who knows whether this is for the person that's listening to this? And really, we don't know unless they take that step and just really listen to that webinar. That's what I did. The first step was to really just take a listen to the webinar or the replay that takes place, just to understand the business model and the knowledge that runs behind and underneath the surface with regards to this. Because initially I was skeptical. I was like, well, I've got a great business. It's working really well. Is this really going to work for me? But taking that first step is really just educating myself to make a decision. Yes, is this for me? Or no, it's not for me. And it's not for everyone. And if it's not for you, that's great. But the first step is educate yourself. There's a lot of gurus on the internet, and some have great knowledge and some don't. And I'm glad that, I've sort of landed with this where there's lots of knowledge sharing and there's a community that can help me. So I'd say probably for anybody out there, if they're questioning whether or not this is for them, join, put their name and email address in, get onto one of the webinars or one of the replays, and just see if this is for you.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I had in mind as well. And Matt, I really want to thank you for your time. I'm going to let you go now, and I'm hoping to chat with you soon and in our community, because we share the same team. And just Thank you, and I wish you a very lovely Friday. And I don't know how it is in Toronto. It's right here we
It's
have a
raining.
lot of rain. Yeah,
It's raining. Yeah, enjoy the
so
rain in Montreal.
it's the cleaning rain. That's good. So thank you so much. I'm gonna
Thank
wish
you.
you a wonderful weekend and see you very soon.
All right. See you later.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.